Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Grit. So, I love this game. Okay, let's see. We've got views from everybody. Just double checking again. Do I have audio from you, Cedric?
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear everything and.
All right, we can hear you. That was what I was going for. And Frederick, can we hear you?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Splendiferous. Okite. Last time, our group left where the mountains once were, and hopped on a train. Then came back to Talon's Trail, and Tulak found out that there's repercussions for things. And they really sporadically explained things to Thaddeus in a manner that I don't know really how to describe. But
Imagine just like a bunch of kids yelling at an adult trying to explain something that happened.
Yeah,
That's the equivalent.
with things that don't exist, and some kind of memory spell or something that's blocked Thaddeus' memory of
not
several
just
things.
that, but it also took
Yeah,
off
that
of
was-
maps.
Yeah, took it off of maps, which is a crazy phenomena.
Yep. Let me double check. Yep. Audio's going through. Okay. Oh, wow, that popped up quick. Alright, so. Okay, so I'm gonna hop off on my phone for now. Okay. Now, where we had left off, I just kind of explained that Thaddeus's room pretty much is Jade's
Yes.
room now. It's been totally redone with all of her belongings in it. So you guys just kind of left his office. You go in to each of your rooms. All of your rooms have been cleaned, taken care of. Let's see.
Is his manservant still away?
You have not.
Winslow?
You have not seen
Okay.
Winslow.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I was wondering because the beds and everything were made, so.
Yep. When you go into your room, you do notice that, like, you're carrying that parcel. There is on the nightstand. There are two, like, is it a conch that you put over, like, food? It looks like a dome.
Okay.
There's two of them, and one says, to be a favorite employee, and then the other saying something more. So, yeah. Now, and also there's of course, like a dog bed at like that, and then like an empty water dish, because there's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, and you've noticed that the other team hasn't come back yet. So,
Interesting.
you're really sore, and so are you, Frederick.
Yeah. I've probably got to get my bandages changed and.
Yep. So, just wanted to, and then if you look at those last cartridges that you were just given, they don't look the same as the ones you got prior.
Okay.
And I did not. I'll just say that Ivan gave you like a little write-up of what the history of your cookware, Frederick. Okay.
okay.
So I can kind of explain that when or if that comes up. And what would you guys like to do?
Is it still evening time or is this like the next day?
It's like becoming evening, so, or it can be the next day if you guys don't have.
I don't want to step on your toes. I know you had some. Tulak would seek out any kind of either a medicine person not like a medicine man from a tribe, but like someone, a nurse, doctor, someone to help change his bandages, or Frederick or Cedric if they had something to help, or just change out the bandages and
Okay,
get
well,
clean
the
what's
one
on.
doing the bandages has been Cedric on the trip,
Right.
so he could.
Well, last time Thaddeus had like medical staff, so I didn't know if they were still
He had
around.
called them in.
Oh, okay, so they're probably not there anymore.
They're not there at the moment.
And she won't come back.
Yeah, she
Because
will
of
not
what?
come back.
Okay, cool.
And it's near. Yeah. So
Well, then I'm going to ask Cedric. Would you mind to change out some of my bandages? I think it's time they be cleaned.
Well, of course. I took the Hippocratic oath, so I think I should.
we've got to look that up and actually see if.
I was just wondering the same
Like
thing.
when did that come into play? But all right, cool. We'll just.
He might have not officially, but maybe like in his room somewhere. He's like, I vow to do this.
Cedric knows Hippocrat.
I want you to roll a medicine. I usually wouldn't in like the carousing thing, but I want to see what's gonna happen. See, Cedric.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. Oh.
I think it'd be funnier if I did. Where's my medicine?
That
Well-
was gold.
That was good.
It's from Hippocrates, so 400 BC, ballpark.
Okay. So it's
So it's been around.
okay.
Two successes.
All right. Well, you take the bandages off, and it seems that he is healing up. All right. The giant pierced wounds from the giant snake biting him, those seem to be healing up much faster than the nasty laceration from that
Ghost sword thing.
that blade that once it hit the ground it like shattered.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot you got.
I've been sweating out this
yeah.
whole time. I keep waiting for a curse or poison to.
Well, it now you putting together it doesn't really look like it was like a normal blade cut because of how sharp it was.
Oh, really?
So when you put things back together, like for you would know, and most of us would know, when you cut with obsidian, it's such a perfect cut because there's like no extra points or
Easier
whatever
to
that
stitch, yeah.
it well. We've only bandaged. Did you guys?
They have not stitched me.
It's been a few days.
Can we stitch me? With maybe a
Alright.
little
Well, you just-
cleaning
Do I have to
action.
make? Do I have to make another medicine?
You got.
No,
I've got
I'm gonna
med-
I'm gonna
I do
say
have a
no.
med kit.
I'm gonna say no because
Just
this.
got saved.
I'm gonna say no that you actually did stitch them up.
He definitely doesn't.
Oh
I
god.
deal with cadavers a lot, so I probably do know how to stitch.
Cedric,
Just maybe not pretty.
Are you a taxidermist, Cedric, or do you just
I dabble.
do you dabble?
I
Do the same
I
thing.
don't know what I
Cadavers,
am.
taxidermy.
Yeah,
But they're just really bad
I'm a man of
taxidermy.
science.
So no. Okay.
If he was in a town, he would be both the taxidermist and the
And the doctor.
yeah
And the mortician.
yeah and the
And
mortician.
the Undertaker, the taxidermist.
So anytime business is good, it's bad for the town.
It's just like,
All right. Well, you were stitched up. He's cleaned it. You're not really enjoying the cleaning because
No.
it's putting pretty much pure
Yeah.
alcohol on it.
Yeah, it hurts real bad.
But you
I can roll with that.
you do know herbs and stuff to be adding to it.
Yeah.
You're not really bending up. Like you're not sitting up in bed. You're
Yeah.
kind of rolling out
Yeah.
because it was a laceration pretty much from
Hip
from
to
the ab-
shoulder.
Yeah. Well, cool. That's
Sweet. I meant to ask you about that too. What kind of damage did it do? What does my vest look like now? It would have been slit with the armor and everything would have come apart, right?
well. If you remember, you went up and you kind of did this motion. So like I'm imagining that your vest kind of opened up
yeah.
and it just kind of went up, and your shirt's not awesome, but you usually have an extra shirt with you.
Yeah. I was more concerned about the condition of the armor underneath that was sewn into the vest.
Yeah, you mean the
It's
best
good.
Lily Major?
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Yep.
That it's
Still in good shape.
the vest. Yeah, the vest was okay because
Okay.
when you start being mobile, you usually probably want to unbutton the vest because it is a little bit more form-fitting.
Restrictive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Is there anything else you're wanting to do this evening or day?
Just make sure team's good. That was all I wanted to make
Okay.
sure is my bandages were getting kept up with.
Okay. And they're not smelly, so you're good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No odd colors.
There's bruising. There's still definitely
Yeah.
bruising.
Some pus probably, but
A little bit. Gotta love the medical field. All right. Anybody else this evening? Oh, everyone said that they wanted to take baths, so we can just say that that's kind of what happens this evening.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Baths and a meal where we're not eating road rations, basically.
yeah. Did you guys
Yeah.
actually want to eat like as a group,
Yeah,
or,
we
Yeah.
should
or did you
all,
want?
we should
I would
all
like that.
eat together.
With Thaddeus, if he's available.
Okay. Well, he's eating like a second supper with you guys.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let me see what the meal's gonna be. It's okay. It's what?
I said, oh man, I was really hoping for a really good meal. And you'd be like, yeah, it's okay.
Well, no. I say that like it's like pretty thick cut like pork chops.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's better than what we've been eating.
Yeah, pork chops. It's not. And let's see here, it's in August. Ironically, it's August now. So, vegetables wise, you've got like, yeah, definitely squash and stuff like, just like kind of,
Well, yes.
Nice.
and of course potatoes because they last
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
Love me some taters.
And it would be canned peaches because that's what they the time frame.
Biscuits.
You know something interesting about Tulak is he's never in his life heard of or eaten a pineapple.
Most of these people haven't.
Oh no. It's sad.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say Jade would never doesn't know what that word is.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting thought. I was thinking about today as I was prepping for the game, thinking about the things Tulak hasn't experienced in life.
That is so weird. But yeah,
Grapefruit.
same thing.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah, probably never
you're
banana.
Right.
You may or may not
Oh,
have
yeah.
seen corn.
And if he has had bananas,
That's
they're not
true.
the bananas we
Because
have.
I came through California
Yeah.
on the way down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But none of you have had seal, probably. Tulak has.
I don't know if that's really like. Ooh.
Yeah. That's. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
Well,
It's the
had
nastiest
it
thing
been
I've ever
eggs,
eaten.
so
So that's what you're served.
Okay.
Loretta brings the food out. It took a little while to actually, because you're having like a later supper after you guys are all cleaned up. Your bath was not fun.
No.
You're just like keeping your
myself at.
you go in, you're like oh because there's
Well,
like
imagine-
salts.
Mm-hmm.
Slipping in the
Yep.
bath.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're not like wide either. They're
No.
kind of compact. So
Yeah.
yeah. Quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're at the table. Oh,
Is
go ahead.
Jeremiah joining us?
Yep, he's joining you. He's been pretty quiet.
Real quiet.
And he is not looking at Tulak.
Okay.
oh
Like-
no.
Oh, probably because of Lily.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
And he hasn't eaten a whole bunch. It looks like he doesn't have his usual appetite. And he's playing with a coin on his right hand, just kind of staring, kind of into nothingness.
We've probably been
Does
one of the
still
one of the
drink as much?
worst things in his life.
Drinking wise, he's gone through half a bottle already.
Woo.
Through the meal.
Now,
Yeah.
has he rendezvoused with any of his female companions?
You have not noticed him leaving the
Oh,
building.
man.
So
Man,
He's
look
down.
What you did.
Yeah, listen, Tulak knows he's terrible at this point. He's finally starting to learn that he's not great.
so
I have conversation if no one else does.
Go ahead, start off.
So, Thaddeus, has Winslow returned from his errand, his business?
no, he'll be busy for quite some time. He just
Okay.
Did
Feeling
anything
better?
interesting happen while we were gone?
Like I said before, the owner of the mercantile, it's almost like her body exploded, and the new owner of the newly renamed the Desert Flower just left. That's been, and I haven't had word from my other team other than that they got to New Jersey. So that's the exciting thing. The sheriff did reach out to me to actually help with the case on that. The incidents here at Talon's Trail, but otherwise nothing new. So
Where is this New Jersey that you speak of, Thaddeus?
that would be Far East. Yep. And he's into his second Stein, like halfway through the meal.
Are you feeling any better, Sulak?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, this is the worst I've ever felt in my life. This has been, without comparison, probably the worst week of my life. But there's probably no one else I'd rather spend that with than all of you. Tulak takes a big drink.
All right.
I would ask Thaddeus, did you see the new owner of the Desert Flower acting doing anything weird lately before she left?
To be honest, I haven't left the hotel and
I understand you're a busy man.
yes, I keep getting parcels from my librarian friend in the East Coast with new notes, new books. Now I just want to make sure that I'm studied up and ready to help however I can, and looking through cases to actually see if it would be beneficial for us to help or if it's just hearsay, and so on and so forth.
Thaddeus, did you or anyone else witness the unfortunate demise of the mercantile keeper?
Not to my knowledge that anyone has actually seen it, and personally, being that I saw the corpse, I'm kind of glad that no one saw it.
Very good.
Yeah. And you,
It occurred to me, have you thought about maybe purchasing that from, I guess, maybe the city if they're going to repossess it after the untimely demise and, give it to our Eastern European friends?
matter of fact, I have not considered that specifically. I know that Ivan and Dolores are more apothecaries. I don't necessarily know if they would be mercantile. It's intriguing.
Longer, you think they could set up shop and be successful?
Well, possibly, being that we're a hub at the moment, you're definitely going to have consistent business. So there is actually a very low possibility of failure. I will reach out to him. It's a fantastic idea, Frederick.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and also thank you so much, Thaddeus, for sending out those letters.
You're welcome.
So, Thaddeus, has there been any word of our companion Jade's previous gang? Any movement or activity?
Well, I explained before that the interesting thing about when those graves are robbed and everything like that actually coincides not with a regular celestial or astronomical event, but it's like almost like a new moon of one of the Jupiter moons. So it's a little bit different of a time frame, So there actually hasn't been an event since the last one. And the last one, I do have to say, it was very difficult to clean up and keep under wraps. Yeah.
I think Cedric
Yeah.
sets his drink down real loud and goes, "Well, I am off to see my baby boy. You guys have a nice dinner," and then he scurries up the stairs to go work on Hansel a little bit.
Okay, so if
If
I
you
were...
run up the stairs? Like, when you say scurry, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
It's like an excited prance.
Okay, so when you go into your room, you have the definite chattering from that thing on your
the
Your
other
desk.
thing you picked up? The
yeah,
other?
and the other thing is sitting on his desk there, and
Okay.
Hansel is there, and he well, no, prior to this, I believe you had talked to me about putting Hansel in one of the mine shafts to keep him cooler, because otherwise he'd not be good.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go there
Uh,
in the middle of the night?
No, not in the middle of the night. I've seen too much weird stuff.
Okay, all right.
Do that.
I'm just making
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know that Tulak would go with you.
You'd be on your own on that one,
Good
buddy.
All of us are like, see you in the morning.
Maybe.
Or maybe not.
Frederick will just kind of subtly insert it at the table and be like, "So, does anyone want to go on a vision quest?"
Oh boy.
What? That's a drug trip.
What's a vision quest, Frederick?
Oh, well, it's when Native Americans use certain herbs and medicines to transport their spirits to another plane of existence. And there, these spirits will commune with them, and sometimes it gives them guidance, and other times, I don't know.
And Jeremiah's like, well, I'm out. You just...
I'm interested.
But yeah, we'll use the peyote. Remember, I told you about this too
Oh
long.
no.
Yeah, no, Tulak remembers the peyote. He just hadn't heard it called, but you call it. It's called
Okay.
spirit walking where he's from.
Cool. So, are you doing that tonight?
Yeah, I was in great time.
All right. Roll a persuasion to see if Thaddeus will.
Ooh.
Please win.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Please.
Are you gonna leave Cedric in charge of guiding your drug trip? It's not a good idea.
When I'm in charge, right?
Are you taking the peyote?
Question mark.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, absolutely.
Then
Oh,
you're not.
Yeah, no, I'm in charge.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have 2 successes.
All right. Let me.
You're not convincing Tulak to partake in this right now.
Well, you convinced Thaddeus.
All right, Tulak.
To actually.
I can't even.
Okay, so
Oh,
wild Friday evening for the
team.
They're gonna be taking some peyote. Cool. This happened way sooner than I thought.
Keeping the DM on his toes.
I just said that we do it when we got back, and I'm like,
Yes, you did. And
Let's
you're
jump
back.
right in.
You get immediately back and you go, hey guys, let's do some drugs.
I think it's been a
Look,
hard
it was
time.
I'm gonna be honest.
Roll.
There are worse ways to cope.
Sadly, yes. Okay. So how are you setting this up, Frederick? This is very important.
Yeah, don't lead us into a bad vision quest.
I don't necessarily know, but I will set it up in a way to honor certain spirits. I'll set out certain like animal bones and even a dream catcher. And
Good choice. Are you putting any
thank you.
bottles out?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And
Can I
a
assist with this?
horseshoe above every door and window, shaping a U mountain.
Well,
and-
where are you wanting to do this? Are you actually doing it in the main center, or are you actually going to are you
I
wanting
just
to
don't
do?
do it in the main center, but there's a giant hole in the
Tulak
ceiling.
would
So I
definitely-
feel like the spirits could just enter through that too easily.
Oh, I forgot there's.
So there is. You haven't been to this area, but there's like a billiard area that used to be billiards. So it's like
Okay.
a kind of more of a closed-in area. So I'll just dimensions-wise, it's probably like 50 by 30. This building is huge. So like this is like a 15 by 30. This one hasn't really been. This has been okay renovated, pretty much just cleaned out. It hasn't had a. It hasn't been
purposed.
Yeah, that's the word. Repurposed yet.
Oh, okay.
So, Tulok's gonna ask while you're setting this up. Where I'm from, Frederick, we do it out in the open, under the stars, so the spirits can walk freely among us. Why do we do it inside here now?
Because we will be leaving this spot to commune with the spirits. It doesn't matter where we're at. The spirits are all around us. This is actually a safer location so that the spirits and the evil ones cannot attack us more openly.
Tactically, this makes sense. We're not out in the open.
Yeah.
Jade's like, has no concept of any of this. She's like, yeah, it makes sense to be in a room.
Yep.
Where I'm from, the spirits are not evil, so I'm prepared to learn your ways, Frederick.
Okay. There's some. Yeah.
The way Tulok's people did it is they literally go on top of a mountain under the northern lights, and then they smoke it. So
Not this.
I mean, that
they do
sounds
their
beautiful,
version of it.
and that's great.
Yeah.
But here
Where did you
in
get this?
the
Where do you get it?
southern area,
Cedric found it.
That's rice. Okay, I was
Wait,
like,
can our alchemist test the quality of this before we just?
No, when he found it, he rolled
You'll have
really,
to come
really
knock on my
well.
door.
Oh,
I'm studying.
I'm gonna go ask Cedric to trip with us.
yeah, absolutely.
To journey with us,
should
sorry.
Have someone here just in case.
I'm gonna run up there. Cedric.
I think from inside you hear something fall over, and then a couple cuss words in German, and then I open the door and it's still got the lock thing on it to where it doesn't open all the way, and I have my goggles on. I go, "What do you want?"
Frederick's gonna have Thaddeus smoke some peyote if you want to come join us.
I have never, ever wanted to see something so bad in my life. And then I unlock the door and come out with you.
Okay. Are you bringing anything with you? Just so I can.
please don't bring anything
notebook.
with you.
Notebook?
Notebook, alcohol,
The essentials.
The head.
probably like medical supplies just in case someone like ODs or something.
Okay, everybody else, I need to kind of have a list ahead of time because I don't want to figure that out if something goes awry. And Jeremiah is he's posting himself outside the door.
I was gonna ask if we had someone to watch
Nice.
for us.
Jeremiah's a good guy.
He is not excited to be in the room. He's just like, I've seen. He's like, he he's got a big stack of cigars and he's slowly going. He's just like, I've seen too much. Tonight's not helping.
Oh, go ahead.
As I walk past Jeremiah, I want to say, this is either going to be really funny or really bad.
Have you not met most of these
Pretty
people?
much.
It's gonna be bad.
So, Tulok on his person, of course, has his clothes and his hat. On his belt, he's got his 6-shooter, his newly bonded.
So everyone's gonna be armed.
No, that's what I'm telling you. He's got in his belt. He's got that. He's got his knife. He's got the traditional bone knife in his boot. He's gonna take off all of his weapons and put them. You said there was still a bar in the room.
Give him.
Well, the
Cedric,
room you're in is in a billiard room.
Cedric will offer to hold your weapons for you. You'll say,
Nope.
I'll hold your weapons so you don't injure
No,
yourself.
I'm gonna try to
during
hang
your
him up
time."
somewhere that's kind of out of the way.
So like outside the room, or still within the room.
Well, with the rules of this bonded weapon, if I get distance from it, does it do anything to me the way the axe did?
Well, Bidesh, that was just a weird feeling you had.
Yeah, it never technically did anything.
It never
to me.
Do I still have that weird feeling though? Oh well.
Wait,
then,
I want to make sure Cedric's not doing this. He's just observing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well then I'd leave it in the room if there's two people in the room observing.
It's just Cedric. Jeremiah is not in the room. He's outside of it. The door's shut. He's making sure no one goes in because he's going to be listening. But
Well, in that case, before I hang up my weapons outside of the room where Jeremiah is, I'm gonna look around and ask, is anyone else gonna put their weapons out?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Jade would not have worn her guns and stuff to dinner, so only whatever is hidden on her person does she
Okay.
have.
she probably would not take those off.
Nope.
Uh,
In any
I'll
jewelry
just-
or otherwise, but
Well, Tulok's gonna make the choice to trust you guys then.
okay.
Hang them.
Okay. Well, I'll just have the only knife that's important to me, and
Okay.
then stepping outside the door and approaching Jeremiah, Frederick will hand him his saber in a very reverent way. Thank you.
I just
One-
imagine
one
this like,
second.
big
Normally
pile of
trust
stuff.
people with it,
Yeah.
so here.
Just it's like he's ashing on himself. Dang.
Yeah, he's got just a bunch of stuff being handed to him all of a sudden.
This is like loaded
He's
up
got
with
like
weapons.
a lost and found box at
Yeah.
this point, guys.
Just setting it to the side. He's like, Loretta, could I have another bottle? No.
Poor guy.
Ooh, speaking of, actually, and I will try and grab Jeremiah's bottle to use as an offering in there.
Everyone did write down that you got. Did I tell you that the amount of experience everyone got?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Everyone started off with getting another 300 experience.
Okay.
You killed so much. Again, I'll give you 50 extra. I'll give you 25 for
The emotional damage.
the emotional damage.
Yeah, thank you.
Cedric, you'll get another 25 for the snake, and Frederick an additional. It would be a 25 and another 25, so I'll give you 50 more. Because you experimented, you endangered your own life by taking a swig of the liquid.
Okay.
Yeah. And you did really almost stop her from jumping into the shadow.
Oh.
So you're very close. And for him, I just need to add another.
While you're doing this, Tulok would take any feathers or any other sacred animal parts that he has with him and attach them to the dream catchers he set up or on the doorways.
Okay. So you guys are pretty well set up. This is really funny that we're actually.
Gonna do this.
Now, Jeff, I'm just going to be taking mental notes on how this kind of goes and actually see if it's appropriate for us to write it down. All right, so.
Okay.
Because we got to put rules. So, you get everything kind of set up. You do bring incense down and stuff like that. You do have an offering, like you said.
We all just sitting on the floor, like in a little circle, I guess.
It's all a matter of how he kind of.
Yeah, however he tells us, basically.
Like, do you want to be just sitting on the ground, or are you having chairs?
Either pillows or the floor.
Yeah, Tulok would just go straight to the floor, crisscross applesauce.
Okay, so when Thaddeus starts
Oh, poor
getting
guy.
down,
I would help him down if I could.
onto a pillow, you're hearing like
Oh, yeah.
creaking and cracking from certain joints on one side of his body. And he's seated there, and he's got his usual kind of cane behind him. And he's okay.
I hope he doesn't cut off my head or something with that sword king.
you
It's always,
definitely.
always an option.
It's always an option.
He's always got it
I'm
on.
gonna sit across from Thaddeus. I want
Okay.
to get a good view.
Well, actually,
Good
let's get a seating order, I guess. So I'm gonna get my head out of here so I don't get out of focus. Hopefully, Cedric
You
is
want me to help you?
is on the outskirts. So 2 locks across. Let's do.
Jade and Thaddeus gotta be together.
Okay. So we're doing a circle.
Okay.
So you only have 4 people.
Yeah, so it's more like we're just
A
sitting
square.
across from each other.
All right. Cool. So like a square. All right. All right then.
We would probably be a little closer than that if we're
Yeah.
sitting on the floor, but
Want me to put closer?
we'll just for, understanding's sake, we're gonna be like, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Just so we have. Okay, and Jeremiah's outside the room. And so are you kind of doing this more in like an incense pot almost?
Yeah.
Box them.
Oh,
Okay.
well, wait a minute.
I
Are we,
have a pipe.
are we passing a peace
If
pipe?
it's a pot and I'm in the room,
Yeah.
I should probably leave because I'm not trying to get high.
Jade
Yeah, it
has
should be a
her
pipe.
pipe.
Okay, so you can. Okay, so you're gonna use Jade's fancy pipe.
Yeah, hey guys, this is really important to me, so if you break it, that's it.
Someone
We're
drop it.
done.
Okay. Oh.
But Jade would still offer it, like we're good, but she's like, hey, don't break this.
Okay. So what I'm gonna have everyone do is when they take a hit, in essence, you're gonna be rolling a discipline.
We're
Okay.
role playing drugs.
Well, actually, first, let's do a resistance, and then it's going to be a discipline. The resistance is going to be a solid. That'd be 4 to resist it.
Where's resistance on this?
Like a solid 4 successes.
You need 4 successes to resist it.
Golly.
But the goal is not to resist it, right? Or is the goal to
Well, you can
resist it?
choose to just straight up fail. But
What's resistance, I think? Oh, perfect.
Jade has 2 successes.
okay, so you failed that. Okay.
I don't know if I want to fail it or not. You think I should give him some
just,
bread?
No, just roll.
All
We
right,
ain't giving dread. We're not giving dread this early in the game.
Alright.
Because he's just going to use it on you when you're like,
That's a 20, isn't it?
yeah, so you...
I got 1 success and a critical failure.
A critical failure.
Ooh,
Could-
nice.
I'm just gonna put this here. Let me text my wife and
EOD.
tell her what you guys are doing.
Oh no.
Drugs.
You're telling on us.
Role playing drugs.
I feel like this is the second time I've done this. I am the common denominator.
Yep.
Man.
The second
Yeah,
time
you're the
you
one
used-
who was like, "Hey guys, want to do drugs?"
Yeah, for
Yep.
real.
Yeah, literally
at dinner,
just
at
like
dinner
that.
Table.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
We barely
So
finished
who
eating.
and then Frederick, how did you do?
Oh, I'll choose to fail.
You just choose to fail. Okay. Excuse
Yeah.
me for a second.
Ooh. He's got to look up what's about to happen to you, Frederick.
No.
No, that's for Thaddeus.
Oh, that's for Thaddeus? Nice.
What was the roll?
He's unaffected.
Oh.
Give me another hit. The peyote got high when he tried to smoke it.
The room explodes.
Bison charged through the front door. Great. What's Kent gonna do?
Nope.
Jade has
Okay.
matches.
So
Kent is there.
Okay. So
Can't would be there.
everyone failed. So you had 2 failures. You had a critical failure.
Yes, sir.
Now do a discipline.
Okay.
The reason I'm having it this way is like you've got what happens with your body, and then you also have what happens with your mind. So like, are you gonna have control
Okay.
over what's going on?
I have 3 successes.
Okay, so
Does the skill boost it?
if you have a focus, yeah. If you have a skill of it, yes.
So
Okay.
you would have
What's your target number? It should be.
My target number is 12, so I have an 11 and a 2, but I have a focus of 3 and a skill of 2.
Okay, so the 2, that would be 2 successes, so you have 3.
Three
So
successes.
both of you have 3. Okay.
Nice.
I also have 3.
Okay.
Oh, like your skills or your
Yeah, I rolled a 1. It was nice.
traits.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is going to be really fun. Okay. So, you had Frederick. What was the number successes you had?
3.
3. Everyone got 3. Cool. So you're passing the pipe around. You're getting like tingly sensations. Your like lips are kind of getting numb. And you start blinking, and your eyes are like drying out. Like you're like getting thirsty, and then it's like shifting. And Jade, you kind of look over, and you're like starting to see Kent.
Okay.
I was afraid
And then when you blink, it kind of stops, and you see him again. Now, Tulok, remember you have the critical. It's hitting you hard, like physically, so you're like actually kind of sweating and stuff.
Okay.
And out of your peripherals, you usually see the horrors that happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's not in your peripherals. You're seeing them moving.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Now, Frederick, you kind of like turn from the group because you see them kind of seeing things, and the lady's just kind of grabbing your face and like is like kissing your forehead.
Oh.
Okay.
Is he dead people? Is he still
And so
alive?
you're I'm guessing paying attention to Kent at the moment. So just kind of tell me what everyone's like.
Can we hear what Thaddeus sees?
Are you gonna look at Thaddeus?
Well, we can roleplay this, and then I will.
No, that's what I was actually asking. Like, what are
Oh.
you paying attention to? Because that's what you're seeing at the moment in yourself.
Someone else go first. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do.
Well, I can already tell you Jade's going to be focused on the fact that she can see Kent, since she doesn't get to see him very often. And normally when she does, it's not a good thing. So.
Okay. Well, he's like wagging his tail because he can recognize. But you notice he doesn't look exactly the same. His eyes are kind of glowing. And like whenever you blink, things kind of shift, and it's almost like you're looking through things through water. It's not as perfect as when you're looking through that lens.
Okay.
So like it's definitely it's almost like you're feeling your heartbeat, and whenever it goes, yeah. And I'm just gonna share what Emily just shared with me when I told her. And I will wait for your guys' reactions after I text that.
I can roleplay a part while everyone's getting that then.
Go right ahead.
So, first, because Tulok expects to see them before he's going to look at them full force, he's going to look over at Thaddeus and see if he sees anything from Thaddeus.
He's starting to push himself back with his one good arm, like back, and he's like looking away from the group, and he's kind of pushing himself back, and then he looks away. He looks terrified.
Okay, that's what I'm about to ask.
Yeah, and he's, if you recall, his right side is the movable side.
Mhm.
He got paler than he
Mm.
was before, and he's looking around the room. He's seeing a lot of things, it looks like, and it's not good. And he's not grabbing for his cane.
Oh,
but
good.
Yeah, so
So, I don't know if it's a good idea to go comfort him or to just stay away.
well,
You can talk.
what you're seeing, they're coming towards you.
Oh, great. Okay, so then at this point, I don't really have much of a choice but to give them my full attention.
I'm just saying that's
So-
what it's looking like.
So then Tulok's gonna look at all. What order are they in?
They're
Not us.
Oh.
they're like going in, like through each other. Like
So they're kind of all like together.
it's really off-putting. Like
Okay.
if you've seen like tissue paper stuck in like a
Yeah.
vortex,
Uh-huh.
but they kind of go through each other every once in a while. It's
Okay.
like they're incorporeal with each other as well.
Okay. So it'd be very hard to single them out, so Tulok probably wouldn't try, but at this point he's probably definitely got at least a single tear going down. He goes, I'm so sorry. And then he's just gonna cover his eyes so he doesn't have to look at it any longer.
I advise that because I was gonna have you.
Oh.
if things go, you had the critical fail.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna look for long.
yeah. So yeah. Now, Cedric, what you're seeing is Thaddeus is moving away from the group, like farther to a wall to like kind of guard himself, and Jade looks like she's like petting something that's not there, and Tulak just started crying from one eye and just is like putting his face in his hands.
And apologizing to the air.
And Frederick, what would he see?
Oh, well, I mean, he's seen her, so he's like feeling her hands, like.
Yep.
So he's doing this.
Yep.
He's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Basically, in like a.
lips.
Yep. So
well, I would say I'm at a difficult decision because I would probably, being educated doctor, I would know how to handle trips just from studies, but also like, I mean, I want to go console Thaddeus, like to help him through this
Yeah.
bad trip, but also I'm Cedric, and I'm not very consoling person. So he's like, would it make it worse or better if I go help?
It's gotta be Kent.
I don't want to talk about
For-
what it could be.
For our
Yeah, I was
audience,
gonna say, let's not talk about it.
projectile.
The AC kicked off in the room, and when it did, it shook the wall, and one of my antlers fell off the shelf.
Oh.
So I'll just
Who you gonna call?
not you
I
guys.
think I'm just gonna keep sitting and waiting, and if
Okay.
it gets way too bad for either Tulok or Thaddeus, then he'll step in.
Okay. Thaddeus, at the moment, he actually did make it to the wall, and he's just kind of curled up at the
Okay.
moment.
Oh.
Poor Thaddeus.
Now that's just in the amount of time. So like, Frederick, you were kind of just explaining what you were doing when the antler fell.
Oh.
Sorry. Don't do it again, Antler. What were you doing?
Oh, just like feeling her hands, feeling
Okay.
her face, and then after like that, just like looking around.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I fully am expecting there to be way more stuff in the entire room.
Okay, so when you look past her and you actually look, you see the outline of Kent. And then you
Oh,
see
okay.
strange forms going around Tulok. Then you look towards Thaddeus. And there are
Okay.
dark, shadowy creatures like coming out of everywhere, going towards him.
Mm.
And then just
Whoa.
kind of swirling around him. And when you're looking at him, it's like tripping you've experienced this before, actually. The sensation of that strange altar that was there and not there.
No.
That
Ew.
strange, pure and utter evil. That's what you're sensing from these entities around him. And he actually crawled past his cane. It's actually
Oh,
still
wow.
by you, Jade.
He's not having a good time.
And he's kind of holding, he's like, the arm that's not the best, he keeps like,
He doesn't say anything.
he's just,
So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and
and
get
he's
up.
the only one that's actually seen it at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say nobody's talking to each other, so
Yeah.
all of us are like,
Well,
yeah. So do you take the Lady Death's hands away from you? Because she's kind
Oh,
of
no,
holding
it's
you.
more like I would grab and hold one
Yeah.
and like run with her to Thaddeus and embrace him.
Okay. 1 second. You need to roll an athletics to actually.
stay on your feet.
No.
man, that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
They're just roll an athletics and let me know what it is.
All right, sounds good.
and then I'll explain what's going on. Because it would be an acrobatics otherwise. Balance.
Just one success.
What?
One.
One?
Success.
You start going that way, and she holds you back. And
Oh.
She's like,
Whoa, that's weird.
yeah. And then you hear the interesting thing when you're hearing. No, Tulak, you're hearing the screams.
Yeah, I was
But it's-
wondering about that.
A different. It's not audible.
Okay.
It's more like a feeling and like a.
Yeah.
Like when you've been at a concert and you can kind of feel the sound.
Mhm.
Like that's kind of what's going on. And so you feel her voice, but hers is when she starts speaking. It's you feel it on your entire body. Like the amount of power emanating from her. If you want to go over there, you can, but I can't.
Oh.
I helped him
Thanks.
once.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, so she releases her grasp, and then she's standing there with her arms open, ready for you to come back if you want.
Oh, because I will.
So you're going over there to console them.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
I'll be back.
so you out of your peripherals, everyone would notice that except for you, Tulak, because your hands are kind
Yeah.
of like you're covering your face. So what's
So Jade would notice and immediately turn her attention to
okay?
what's
You're
going on.
seeing pure and utter terror. These things are large. It's the size and everything is a little bit different because the room has a ceiling, but these things seem bigger than the building, but still in the room.
Okay.
Roll. The reason I didn't have you roll this is because you're Frederick and you're literally with an entity of death. Roll a discipline. Good catch.
One success.
One success. This is really flippin' scary.
Oh, I imagine it's slightly traumatizing.
Yeah, so-
Even if I still get up, I'm still gonna be like
Okay,
terrified.
you're still going towards it.
Yes,
Okay.
and I would probably grab Thaddeus's
Cane.
cane.
Okay. Are you going fast, or are you just kind of like
I like to think that Jade would probably move pretty quickly.
Okay, so you both are going pretty quick towards him. So Frederick, you said you were going to embrace him.
Yeah.
Okay. He definitely flinches, and he like holds on your arm, and he just kind of closes his eyes, and he's shaking.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm just holding him.
Okay.
Did you do your thing with him before his
Then
I don't think I would I have made it yet?
yeah, because
Oh,
you're moving
okay.
fast.
Okay. Jade would reach out and touch his arm, and then she would look to see where Kent was. She would like to see if she can have Kent like protect,
Okay.
because she can see him, even though it may not work. But
Okay. So do you give him a command? A
Yeah.
command to protect?
yes,
When you say protect, black flame engulfs around his paws and starts going around him, and then there's like red, and it's like it's black flame around him, and his eyes are like glowing bright red, and he's growing, and he starts charging and kind of running a circle, barking around you, and then when you're hearing his bark, you've heard like a raspy dog bark.
Yeah.
Well, think of a dog's mouth that's like yay wide, a lot louder, and when his mouth hits, it's like an iron trap.
Whoa.
So that's what's going, and the things do kind of slightly back off for a second. They haven't touched him. They've just been encircling him. They're like about 5 feet away, like a bubble around, trying to get to him. And so Kent is running inside that, and then you guys are around him.
Cedric is like,
Well, he doesn't
he
see
can't
it.
see any of this
He
stuff,
doesn't
so
see
he
it.
just sees all of us like.
He could choose to.
Yeah.
But he hasn't.
He hasn't.
So,
So you're Cedric. I'm just imagining you writing notes. They are crazy.
Taking a drink of alcohol. Taking a
glad I
sip.
did not take any of this.
Yep.
Well, I think I would understand like the effects of drugs, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Bad trip. So Tulok at this time is going to try to take advantage of this opportunity if he can to speak to the Raven Spirit or any of the other holy spirits from his people, and so he's going to call on the Raven Spirit.
Okay.
And he's going to take the ceremonial pose, basically, where he goes like this. And he's going to say, "Oh, great Raven Spirit, hear my cry." And you're going to see
I'm gonna guess you're keeping your eyes shut because you'd be very distracted.
unless I
otherwise.
hear or sense anything else, I'm going to keep the eyes
Okay,
shut.
so you're gonna roll a mysticism
Oh, shit. Okay.
under awareness.
Oh, it's actually...
It should be.
2 successes!
Okay. Noted.
Aww.
No, but it's not instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
It suddenly is in the room.
no. So, Cedric, do you think about using the monocle at all, or no?
I don't know what Cedric's thinking when I call for the Raven Spirit.
You, like, I'm just
He's like-
asking ahead of time just to make sure.
I would,
Cedric, in this instant, wouldn't think this as a spiritual moment rather than
Okay.
drugs mess up your brain.
Okay, good. This makes this far easier for you then. You're just enjoying this time then.
He's like, LOL.
Yep.
Laugh out loud.
So what do you do, Frederick? You're surrounded by these shadowy, monstrously sized things, and you still see Lady Death over there, like ready to embrace you if necessary. Like as you look at her, it looks like she's moving away, but at the same time moving closer,
And Kent's
Oh,
just
man.
circling.
Okay.
Oh, what?
like as a dog does. If
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
there's threats all around. Yeah.
But you see, and you get this feeling inside, Jade. You're seeing the real Kent.
Shoot.
And he's, like 12 foot long.
Yeah.
And he's
a
a-
big boy.
He's a mangy, mean looking sucker with flames for eyes.
That's so
Perfect.
cool.
And whenever he barks, it's like heat is coming out.
That's so cool. Kent is, for those watching, Kent's probably my favorite part of Grit. He is so cool.
And Kent doesn't like you.
No, he hates me. He hates my guts for good reason. I don't blame him, but yeah.
Good for him.
Good for
Honestly, I agree, but.
The whole making the game thing and just friends, that's great. But the dog, that's where it is.
It's
Yeah.
all about the dog.
But that's why Tulok put the feathers out, is he's hoping that the raven feathers will help.
Okay.
So.
All right. So Frederick, that's what you're seeing. So you're seeing
Yeah.
all this. Go.
Well, I'll take Thaddeus in my hands and go, they can't touch you.
Roll a
Is that
persuasion.
good for a drug trip going,
Roll
they
what?
can't touch you.
Yeah.
They can't touch you.
Yeah. So roll a persuasion for me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, or a counsel.
Ooh,
That's
counsel would work.
Jade's nature.
You better jump in there.
Dang
He does-
it. Well,
he does
let's
have
go.
soft eyes.
No, okay, so if it's council, then I just get one success.
Well, no, it's you choose.
Oh, well, persuade, and I get 2 successes.
Okay, he breathes in, and it looks like he's not as white as he was. So
Okay.
but he you can definitely tell he's like, he keeps doing like almost like a pattern on his arm.
Make sure the bracelets are still there.
He's
Oh,
doing a
okay.
pattern on his arm.
I guess Tulok's not even looking, so I shouldn't be asking
I was
these
gonna say
questions.
you're like clear across the room.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're doing your thing,
Crying.
man.
yeah, I'm in the zone, trying not to lose my mind.
Yeah.
Screaming, crying, throwing
Torn
up.
up.
You're So you see what Frederick just did. So do you even add to it? Because if
I probably wouldn't, just because like there's a lot of things going on.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things
yeah,
going on.
like that. This like the hand on the arm would probably be the capacity for doing
Okay.
it at this time.
because you're seeing like
ceiling.
black tendrils start. They keep trying to go through that 5-foot barrier, and Kent actually does nip at it, and different things like that.
Man, Kent's awesome.
I would say good boy. Kent.
And right about now, even with your eyes shut, you're seeing a darker form that's flapping closer to you.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
Well, that's actually kind of scary because the northern lights are colorful. But I'm gonna take a risk, open my eyes, and look.
Okay.
Just hope.
It's you're opening your eyes and you're just kind of seeing. You're seeing color
Mm-hmm.
behind the moving
Oh, that's
figures.
cool.
Behind the moving figures of the horrible things that you caused,
Okay.
because they're still there,
Okay.
and you're just seeing you're seeing the outline of what you reached out to.
Sweet. Does sweet. So normally the Raven Spirit brings life and refreshment, not just to the person who called it, but to just everything. So does this help with what I'm going through? Does it help anyone else? I didn't necessarily call him for them, so I don't know, but
I'm just saying that you're starting to see that.
cool. All right.
So you're having recognition that you're actually seeing
Sweet.
now. You're seeing light, in essence, in that shape,
Okay.
and then you're seeing like a tear
Okay.
in space itself,
Oh, okay.
where the light is like coming through, but it's like manifesting in a larger form.
Sweet. Sweet.
And taking a hit of this takes a really long time for your body to get over it. This is going to be fun for a while.
At least I'm one for sure.
Cedric would walk over to the group that's all huddled together and just kind of like peer over at them,
Okay,
just getting notes, I guess.
you're seeing
I don't
him
know.
walk over, and you're seeing him, but his eyes are black. And when if he opens his mouth, his teeth are sharp.
Whoa!
Ooh! Oh my gosh.
Who?
Okay. That's Cedric. When we look at Cedric, Frederick, that's what we're seeing.
Whoa!
Black eyes and fangs.
But his fangs are like a mixture between, like, some of them look like a shark, and the other ones kind of look like an
I think-
anglerfish, like mixed.
Would you say anything?
As
Cedric?
I'm looking at him, I think I would do a little, like a laugh, just thinking it's entertaining.
Oh dear God!
That's terrifying.
And so when what's Cedric's laugh? Does he have like an like what is his?
Can you mimic the laugh?
You don't necessarily have to. Like if you've got like an example that we can kind of imagine.
This is great.
Let me think. I don't know. It'd just be kind of like it wouldn't be a loud laugh. It'd be kind of like a chuckle, just like a
Okay,
just
so
like a
okay.
this is amusing.
okay, so you're hearing.
Amusing chuckle. Yes.
Oh!
Like everywhere, it's just going around, and if he and when he reaches, he starts reaching out. His nails seem black and long,
Man, y'all having a bad time.
and his skin looks a lot paler. And then you blink for a second, and he's like himself for again, but his eyes are still black. So
Is his metal hand still metal?
it seems to be at the moment. So like his one good hand, that's where the claws were, and his metal hand, not. So yeah.
Okay, that for real trip me.
That's what I'm saying.
So you have your hand on Thaddeus. He's embracing Thaddeus. You're having a conversation. Okay.
Really trying to.
This is more difficult to keep track of than combat.
Sorry, Frog.
That is okay.
We sprung it on
We're
the
learning.
DM.
We're learning.
Hey, but you're doing a great job.
You're doing great.
Okay. So Cedric is
Can
chuckling.
we get like a what would Jeremiah be doing as like a side
Okay,
thing?
yeah. So
Yes.
the camera's
Yes, out through the keyhole.
the camera is zoomed out on the room, seeing like terror in people's eyes, and then the laughing, the chuckling, and then it kind of zooms through the keyhole, and Jeremiah is just kind of flicking a coin like this, and just kind of looking at a cigar thing, and then he's hearing the chuckling behind him, and he's like, ow, ow! like the ash just kind of goes on his hand. He dropped his coin, now he has to get up and go get it. So, yeah.
He's gonna like spin his revolver, like, I can just do it. I better not.
You've only seen him pull it out once.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
was
Every
gonna
other
say.
time it's been Dusters. Knuckles.
Yep.
So
So
just that knife.
that's what just happened. We heard the chuckling. He's trying to get his coin. So
Yep.
what do you guys else? What else do you guys do?
Cedric's just walking around like observing,
Oh,
writing
God.
notes.
He's like pacing, writing notes, and I'm like the vision that they're seeing is like pretty much like.
I would just imagine like if Cedric got too close to Jade, Jade would go, "Don't touch me."
He would like bring his pencil back. He'd be like, "Ooh."
Oh, that's even more terrifying. I think in the club. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Cedric, give me a pen and paper.
He knows that's me, or does he think I'm a demon?
Oh, he
Does he know that's me?
knows. Everyone knows it's
yeah,
you.
I know it's you.
Okay. So he actually asked me for a pen and paper.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I would just like flip over to a blank page, rip it out, and then like hand him that, and then I would guess I have like a little pocket that has like a couple pens,
Well, yeah, you.
and I'd say, "Don't stab yourself."
Great advice. So, as you're writing stuff,
Yeah.
that tear is opening in the shape,
Okay.
and then all you're kind of seeing through it is it was like bright blackness,
Okay.
and then it opened,
Bright blackness.
and it's an eye. It's an eye,
Whoa!
like a raven's eyes looking at you,
That's so cool. Okay.
and then you're just you're getting an emotion. You're kind of in yourself like time is short to ask.
Okay. Cool.
So you get to roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Now, what exactly? Are you
I'm
going
trying to
for?
find my persuasion. There it is. Ooh, it's not great.
Yeah, what
Okay.
are you asking a warning from
Um,
Raven?
I'm going to say, "Oh, great Raven, I ask for your blessing and your guidance as I represent your people in the West." So the Raven blessing is basically find your way, good fortune, luck while hunting, stuff like that. My persuade is really not good. Oh, we're going to just cross our fingers. One success, but yeah, just one.
I'm gonna come back to you,
Okay.
Frederick. What are you writing?
I'm not writing. I'm drawing all this junk that I'm seeing.
Oh,
And so, like, there's a self-portrait, or not a self-portrait, but a portrait of Cedric. There's, like a rough outline of Kent. There's, like, the scribblings of these mad chthonic things that are around my buddy.
what actually was it on Thaddeus' shoulder that you grabbed, or his arm? And which
His
arm?
it would have been the arm he's holding.
You're feeling heat from different coils on his arm.
Okay.
Heat, and then if you move your hand, one of them's cool. So, like different temperatures from them.
What about the one you touched before? Or that you wore?
But I do run back over to Mona Meat.
You just kind of leave Thaddeus there. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
I said,
you draw the
"Be
stuff and
okay."
you just throw it down.
I'm like,
Good luck, Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right,
Come
so
here, Rabbit.
so when you run back, she just embraces you and then kind of like turns you so you're not just making sure that you don't have to see that mess over there.
Oh, okay.
You have a single success. The tear starts to be closing, but you get the sense you've just started finally on the right path.
Nice.
Like you get the feeling of like you've finally done one footstep. So, and we went through what
I
Frederick
would
did.
very quickly just
Yeah.
thank the Ravens.
Okay.
So I would just say thanks as it closes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then what would you do?
Well, I guess that's kind of dependent on what Thaddeus is doing now that I've seen
Because
Frederick run
when
off.
Frederick ran off, like he's like getting the cold sweat. He like grabs your hand and then like releases the hand, realizing that it's yours. So she just says,
It's
he's
this
like
really-
terrified, and he's like, oh gosh. She's like, yeah.
So she would use her consoling nature, and she
Yeah.
would grab both of his hands
Yeah.
in hers. It would just be like, "You're okay. It's okay."
Okay. So you can roll a counsel.
Don't mind if I do. 3 successes.
Fantastic.
Oh.
He's definitely calming down, and I'm just gonna say you guys are cooling down from what happened. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So as this is kind of it's getting out of your system, every blink things are getting like kind of fading in their vividness. There we go. You guys.
Great job, Frog. We threw you a lot of curveballs there.
We're all just
Handling well.
absolute. That was not a good trip for anybody.
Nope.
It had the potential to be
Well-
really good for Frederick. And you both had
Yeah, I
a
was
really
gonna say
great
I was
chance.
vibing at first, so.
Yep.
I knew going into it that there was 95% chance I was just going to be traumatized.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Thaddeus was the curveball there.
He failed his resistance and his discipline.
Oh, so that's okay.
So that wouldn't have happened if you'd passed.
No, it's still it just wouldn't have been so bad
I see.
because it hit his body really hard. Oh, no,
Yeah.
correction. Yeah, hit his body hard, and then he didn't do well in his discipline. So by definition,
Yeah.
if he would have been able to do better on his discipline, he wouldn't have had the emotional response to it. And he's just like he's trying to get up with the cane that you brought over. He's finally up. I usually would say thank you, Frederick, but I would never want to do that again. And he just kind of doesn't look at anybody, and he just started to walk up the door.
Tulak's gonna finally look up and go, is he alright? Tulak didn't see anything that happened over there.
I want Cedric to go after Thaddeus and ask him if he's okay, like, medically, and if he would allow him to do, like, a checkup. Just because seeing how affected he was.
You can check on me in the morning. I need just a little bit of time.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night, and then pat him on the back. With my good hand, not my robot hand.
Okay. Okay, so he definitely like kind of looks back for a second at everyone and just he's got like he looks sweaty and so not super awesome at the moment. And Jeremiah is like, oh, it's taking long.
Hey, Jeremiah's probably been there for several hours at this point.
You have no clue how long that took.
Yeah.
Wait, Cedric would.
Yes, you would. You were there a very long time. It is close to morning.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Tulak then is gonna stand up. His body's probably pretty sore because after the Raven Spirit left, he went back to
When you
the.
were standing, you were probably standing like 3-4 hours staring into with your eyes shut, just like not moving,
Yeah.
and like
Woo.
slowly breathing in that stance.
Tulok's
Jade-
gonna check on you guys. And is everyone all right? Everyone safe? If I go to bed, everyone okay?
Oh yeah.
Jade would be like
Great.
cleaning out her pipe.
Oh yeah.
I want Cedric to walk up to everyone and do like a little quick checkup. I would have like a little pin. I'd be like, look at the pin, and then I go,
Okay.
just to see if everybody's okay. Because I still think it's a drug trip and not a spiritual experience.
Yeah, they all of them seem to be pretty well okay.
Cool. Well
Yeah.
then, Tulok's
Jade would
gonna.
be very like she wouldn't let Cedric touch her.
Oh yeah.
Like he could get close,
No, I would
but
be
she would
front
definitely
room.
like.
Okay, oh, I gotta mark someone because they didn't do well on their resistance. That's a fatigue.
Oh, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, Tulok
Ew,
is
buddy.
gonna crawl into bed.
Okay.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, and he didn't do good on his discipline, so
Dang.
that's a despair.
Oh no.
Okay.
I will show Cedric. When you check up on me, Cedric, I'm gonna show you the paper of all the art that I drew and made.
So, did you check under the conches yet? They're just next to your bed.
So yes, now that the
So this is like the middle of the morning. Well, it's right before the sun gets up that you guys get to your, and you guys are physically spent. You had that horrible experience. This is the first night back, and this is what you guys did all night.
I'm gonna sleep until probably lunch, unless someone needs me.
Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe even longer if there's not a need.
Okay, and Cedric, you're actually probably used to this, and so you just kind of go and
That was relaxing for him.
yeah.
just another night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Frederick shows me the paper, I would go, well, drugs are a heck of a thing, huh? And I'd walk back up to my room.
Did you take the paper with you?
It's like a preschooler
Yes.
where you hang
Okay.
their art in the fridge.
If he allowed me, like, I would try to take it, like, just nonchalantly, but if he wanted it back, I'd be like, oh, of course, and then give it back.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to explain it?
Sure. And then I get out my notebook and I'm writing.
All right. So this one with the scary teeth and claws is you.
I get sad a lot.
Well, yeah. This okay, and these ones with the. Oh, I don't even know how to explain how that looks. The one that's basically scribbles and eyeballs, and I don't know. That's what was circling Thaddeus. Yep, and then that's a big dog.
Big puppy, of course. Understand.
But I got a bet for you, Cedric.
Okay.
I bet you $1 that everybody else saw the exact same thing.
Let me think about this on my medical books. Can drug trips be shared? You know what? I will take you on that bet. I do not believe drug trips can be shared. There might be some coincidences, as in hallucinogens will do that to people, but I do not think you are right.
I guess you'll have to find out.
And then I take the paper, and then I'll probably study the paper in my room,
Okay.
Okay.
but also ask people in the morning.
All right. Cool.
Also, like, on the side, I think Cedric Loki kind of believes this, and he's kind of studying it on the side.
Okay.
That's why he would take the bet to make it seem like he's not.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. And Thaddeus actually just goes straight to his office. And all right, now Jade.
Yes.
So,
I would open them both out of curiosity.
and you also have the parcel.
Oh, that's right. I
You
still
do-
have that
yeah.
parcel. So I'd open the parcel first.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole reason we went on the death quest.
Which also,
All for her.
yeah, Jade feels very conflicted about doing all that just for this parcel. So,
That
but
wasn't necessarily for.
It better be good.
You also got. Everybody got.
Yeah, I
that's
feel like we all
true,
benefited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a book that's been translated from multiple different languages. It's all like dog stories.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Yep.
Cool.
Dog book.
All right, that's all that was in that
Okay.
parcel.
And then, so I had the parcel, but then I had another gift from Thaddeus that I cannot remember her name wrapped for me.
Dolores,
Dolores. Yeah. So I had that too.
and you.
I would open it.
Okay, it's a beautiful. It's actually multiple ribbons with a metal ring in each of them that you can put your pendant to do. So you can,
Oh, okay, okay. Very cool, very cool.
and each of them actually kind of have like a different smell, but they seem to be made out of like definitely silk or something like that to be more durable. So,
Okay.
So that's. Wait, you're talking about that one. So that was within the same dog one. The other gift, I'll just.
I feel like Jade's like got so much stuff now. She's like, her bag is so heavy. Cause I keep everything.
Okay, so this was the other. This was the thing that Dolores had actually wrapped up for you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So you open
That's
that,
cool.
and that's, yeah, like a, and you don't need to tell that to anybody unless you show that.
Okay.
And then you've got the two metal covers with the notes on
So, out of curiosity, Jade would lift both of them
them. Both of them? Okay.
to see.
So the one that says the favorite employee is actually, it shows a map of a location in Montana, and the location of the where you would kind of know that Winslow was sent to set up a new
Right.
thing, and then with the possibility of possible new jobs and things, and then the other one, an open invitation to dinner whenever you want.
Oh,
That's really sweet.
Okay.
put never.
You say could never.
Say put never and then give it back.
Oh gosh.
Dang.
So there.
Was there anything in Tulok's room? Probably not.
Lily.
Because of how the timing of how you left, and the way things happen. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's. I didn't expect there to be.
So
Jade would not do anything with any of her stuff that evening.
good.
I would like to specify. I implied it, but didn't say it. I did bring all of my weapons back to my room with me.
I was guessing you'd do that.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to specify. Not that I'm concerned about an ambush in the night, but stranger things have happened. So.
Yes, Jade is well aware of that.
All right. So morning comes, and then Cedric can do his like physicals of people. He did Frederick's
Like
Like
that night.
early morning or like kind of more-
Whenever you guys
Okay.
actually come to, and I'm guessing everybody's all totally different.
Oh yeah.
Some might actually wake up like afternoon. Some might be at like supper time. So
Tulok would toss a turn and finally give up on sleep at about lunch because he's never not used to sleeping in.
when tossing and turning would suck.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. So
I truly imagine Jade would be up first in the morning.
Just
like,
like-
yeah, basically,
Okay, yep,
like,
All right.
there may be a nap later in the day, but
Okay.
If you're awake whenever Tulak goes down to get a little food, he'd ask if you want to go shopping for a new belt with him. Or anyone else that was awake too. Because he wants to get a belt that can hold both knives instead of just one.
Jade would agree to that.
Well, you can literally just the belt you have.
Mm-hmm.
You can just sew it on.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the materials for it. Unless Thaddeus does.
It's a good thing we know a seamstress.
Yeah.
New with seamstress, or you could go to the leather worker that was associated.
Yeah.
Right next door. You could.
That's what I
easily-
was thinking.
Yeah, he can
Or that
easily.
old
do
man.
I was
that
thinking
takes
the leather
10,000
worker.
years for him to get anywhere in that
I
Yes.
knew I was
store.
going to get it from the mercantile.
Please don't ever do that again.
Yeah. So Thaddeus is up, like before you actually wake up. He's already downstairs eating.
Okay.
So is this like
So it's just-
everybody around the table thing?
Yeah. Are we all there now at this point?
So if he's so if he's downstairs eating breakfast, Jade would go down and eat
Okay.
breakfast with him.
Okay.
But that's all dependent on if anybody else wakes up that early.
Yeah,
or
it's
not.
you guys' decision. Like, would you guys naturally wake up after just a few hours of sleep just because of the time of the day, or would you? Because Tulak already specified it'd be kind of
Yeah.
like in the afternoon. So.
Because of his wounds, it would be more around lunch. So noon, whenever he'd finally get up.
Yep, lunchtime.
Okay.
So you and Thaddeus can have a little breakfast to just to each other.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I
And
imagine it'd be pretty weird.
yeah.
They're taking beauty.
Yeah.
You guys would be like, morning.
Yeah, he looks like he continues like moving to start asking a question, and then he's kind of decides not to. So. And then like near the end of your meal, Jeremiah comes down.
Good morning.
And he just turns around and goes back up.
He said, nope.
I don't want any part of that.
Nope. So.
Cool. Well, then eventually Tulak come down.
Okay, so
It's probably around lunch, unless you have
yeah,
anything
unless
you
you're
want to do.
unless you're actually gonna say anything.
No,
Okay, that's what I was
fine,
kinda
that's
waiting
fine. Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
Okay, so Tulak would come down. Thaddeus, it's good to see you. Last night was it's quite the experience. I hope that it was better for you than it was for me.
Jade would awkwardly clear her throat a little bit.
Am I?
Tulak's gonna go.
No, it's I'm never gonna do that again.
I'll drink to that. I'm gonna boil his water or coffee or whatever he's having with his lunch and take an awkward sip. Because now he's like, oh,
Cedric would say, well, speaking of, Thaddeus, you do not have to jump in on this opportunity because I know you had a rough night last night, but what did everyone see during your trip, as I would call it? And then I have the paper, I'm like looking at it, listening to what they say.
Well, they pretty much describe everything that's on the page, and Thaddeus would actually describe the darker figures that were circling around him.
I
a
would
little bit more
slam the
vividly.
paper down, along with the dollar on top of it in front of Frederick, and say, "Okay, I've had enough," and go back up to my study.
Okay.
oh, you didn't even get to hear about the Raven Spirit. Oh well.
Yeah.
And then I turn back around.
I reached the top of the
I'll still
stairs.
take the dollar and go, I didn't see that.
Tulak's gonna go at first, and even now I'm tormented by the sins of my relationship with the axe. But in the middle of last night, I cried out to the Great Spirit, the Raven, and I asked for his blessing, and he visited me briefly, and he gave me a profound message, and it was the most wonderful experience I've had in a while.
What do you say?
He blinked at me, but I took it to mean that I was finally on the right path and that I took the first step forward in the right direction.
I think
What did
things
his
are really
spirits
looking
look
out for
like?
you too.
Thank you.
It'd be really
Thank you,
genuine. It wouldn't be like a.
Yeah.
I realized it might have sounded.
Yeah, it definitely did. I was like, oh,
No, it's very nice. Like actual like sentiment there.
thank you, Jade. Thank you. Did you get to see Kent?
Yeah. Yeah. He.
Good.
Yeah, I did. I
Good.
think everybody else did too.
Everybody, you all got to see Kent?
All but.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw him again.
Oh. Okay.
He looks good.
Was he good? In good health?
Yeah.
Has he had his shots lately?
He's big. He's gotten bigger.
He's
Bigger.
probably too big for shots, Cedric. But thank you.
Frederick, how was your journey, your spirit journey?
It was great.
Did you see
I-
your lovely companion?
Sip some coffee.
I'm going to
Indeed I
take that
did.
as a yes.
Okay, this is weird.
While they all are talking,
Yeah.
Jade would say to Thaddeus quietly, so everybody's not
Yeah.
like, did you get any sleep? Yeah. That's what I feel like every time I.
Okay, the image I was thinking of Cedric with the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, basically, that's
Yeah.
what I was.
Okay. Yeah, I got about the amount of sleep I usually get. So
Oh.
Hey, we didn't hear that. See,
Yeah,
we're-
y'all didn't
we're-
hear that.
We're talking about Lady Death.
No, this is Caleb saying, "Oh."
Oh.
Could I just imagine every time Jade and Thaddeus are talking, everybody's like,
yep.
Yeah, well, we probably are.
Yeah.
We're like,
And Jeremiah's
We-
just kind of like,
We all just enjoy a good ship.
and Jeremiah's just like, oh,
we ship Jadius. Jade and Thaddeus.
Genius. Genius.
bad.
Fade.
Fade. As they fade into the distance.
Oh my gosh.
so he's Jeremiah's
That's a
not
good one.
not entertained, but he's like, well, I'm really glad I didn't go in the room because you just described.
He's like, that's terrible.
Jeremiah, this has probably been the most supernatural week you've ever had in your life, huh?
I wouldn't necessarily say supernatural. I would definitely say odd. And if I trusted Cedric more, I'd have him check my eyes. But I'm gonna go see the doc in town.
Okay. Alright.
But I'm a doctor. That's not very
You can
nice.
stay away from.
I've worked hard for my medical license.
Well, I'm glad we've had a bonding time.
All right. Then.
Jade would say it with like a smirk, like it'd be like a smirky comment.
Yeah,
Because obviously we have not had fun.
I walk over to Jeremiah and I say, I prescribe you this, and I give him like some schnapps.
That's a good doctor.
well, still gonna see the other doc, but thank you.
Second recommendation.
Tulak's gonna kind of rub his chest and go, does anyone want to go for a walk around town?
Jeremiah's already out. He's going out. He's like, I'm not walking with you.
You just
Yeah.
hear the door shut.
Yep. Because he is still not looked.
Oh,
Too
that's
lock in the eyes.
right.
Yeah.
We haven't addressed
Oh.
the beef.
Well, so far it's been a crowded room, so it didn't feel necessarily appropriate.
You
Do
probably
you
don't
want to
alone.
be one-on-one?
You don't want
in
to
a
be.
room?
You're hurt still.
I'm not trying to fight him.
You still don't want to be in the room one-on-one?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It just felt like weird to talk about whatever the relationship was he had with Lily out in public.
Well, maybe you'd want somebody else with you, but I don't think you should be like, hey, bud, let's go stand in this room by ourselves where nobody knows where we're at. See what comes of that. Let's talk.
Okay. So Thaddeus kind of just goes up to his office again.
Well, if you're offering to walk around town,
I need to go and get my belt adjusted at the leather shop if anyone wants to go with me.
I'll tell
Putting on a little
you.
weight.
I pull out my second knife, just smiles.
Oh yeah, you can use that to just cut a new hole in
Ha ha ha,
Take
Frederick.
another loop.
it. Oh, too luck. I'm just joking.
I know, Frederick. I clap him a little harder than I should
I was
on the
gonna
shoulder
say-
as a joke.
You guys are like really, really close after riding
Yeah,
the horse together.
yeah. We almost shared a saddle, folks, if you missed them.
Oh, we don't need to talk about that.
It's like, to buy a new saddle?
No, but Tulok, that reminds me, I've got 8.5 gold. Is that enough to buy a new mount? Probably
Jade
not.
can steal one.
Well, you got paid $30 for last month.
Oh, okay.
If you guys recall, you get paid that every month, and you get room and board.
Right.
So,
Get the marker.
How much gold is 30? Well, how much is a mount?
it matters on how good of a mount.
What are my options in town to shop for?
Well, we can find out.
Jade, I noticed that you are quite, and Frederick as well, experts on horseback, and I think it's probably time that I upgrade my mount
It's actually having one now.
to actually having one, and preferably not another burrow. I can only see one burrow at a time. I was hoping maybe both of you would want to join me to find a new mount, a new horse.
Yeah, a horse is a wise investment.
That sounds like a good outing to me.
Well, in that case, I'm going to wait to buy the adjustment to the belt, even though it might be free, because I'm a little tight on money, and I'm assuming a horse is expensive. So, which direction do I need to go to buy a horse?
Well, if you recall, there was a stable where
Right.
you kind of had
Got
some fisticuffs.
Yeah. Well, that's where I fought with, yeah.
Yep. So you can definitely go
Who were
there.
you fighting with in town?
Whenever it was like the
bird.
recreational boxing
Oh,
with the
I was
Viking
like-
and Jeremiah
I
and
missed something. If
couple
you're
other
fist
little
fighting
kids.
somebody
Yonder.
in town, but okay.
Yeah. I
I saw
said the
Yonder
Viking.
just destroy a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
still in New Jersey though, so don't gotta worry about fighting him today.
You
Hopefully.
definitely don't want to play with him.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So, alright, well then I'm going to lead them, / be led by them over to the stable.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to Jade and Frederick, I've never once in my life bought a horse, never had need of one. And also, a lot of the white man treats me poorly. If you want to lead me in this endeavor, / maybe do some of the negotiating, I would be very, very grateful.
Jade gets like a really big smile on her face. I would be more than happy to do so.
In that case, lead on.
So you're
I feel like she's really good at business.
all right.
One way or another.
As we walk over, I'm going to try to do everything I can to make myself look like a white person. In the sense that I'm going to make sure all my buttons are done, that you can't really see my skin cut, make sure my hat's kind of
Tuck in your
lower.
shirt.
Yeah.
Now, the important thing about horses is the connection between the rider and the horse.
And you don't want a really skinny horse, because they're normally sick.
Okay. I want one that won't be scared if we get shot at, if possible.
That's a really experienced horse.
That's
How
a-
much money are you wanting to spend?
I
That
have
it.
$30 and 8.5 gold.
The 8.5 gold. I did not modify that with the new system.
I can just erase it. That's
Yeah, I
easier.
still have my old money in gold too, so
knowing you, you probably would actually have nuggets of gold
Yeah,
you took from somebody.
honestly, probably
Yeah.
Jade's like, yeah, I'm not worried about my currency.
If you have gold or whatever, just erase it for now, because our first session I converted it, and
Okay.
if you already didn't write it down, okay,
And we've only worked for Thaddeus for 1 month or for 2 months?
one.
Yeah, so I've just got $30, and then I would have had
You wouldn't have had a whole
not
bunch.
much,
Yeah,
probably
you
like
wouldn't have had
$8 to
anything.
$10 max before
If
I
that,
started. Yeah, so
Yeah.
conservative. To be honest,
have
I've probably got
good money.
$38. Is probably what I've got.
You need some money, young whippersnappers?
Yeah, if you got
Okay.
money to
You
give away,
I came in pretty rich, so
Yes, he did.
well, Cedric, feel free to give me your money.
I'm not even there.
Yeah. He's not there.
This is Caleb telling.
I'm gonna look over at Jade and Frederick
I'm
and say, is-
swimming in my bank like Scrooge McDuck right now.
I'm gonna ask Jade and Frederick, is $38 enough to get a quality horse?
I think we should look at what's available to us and then go from there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Frederick and go, I think that means no.
It mostly means no, but I have a hunch that Jade is very good at negotiating.
Great. So at this time, I'm guessing we made it to the stables?
Yeah, you have made it to the stables.
Great. Jade, I'm gonna kind of elbow you friendly, hey, you want to take the reins here?
So Jade would just go in to peruse what's available.
Okay. Let me. All right.
I'm gonna follow close enough to you to try to learn what
Jade,
you're doing.
I
but-
also want to preface that Jade does not have any of her visible weapons on her.
Okay.
So she should not look super intimidating.
Okay. Still a woman wearing pants.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I am wearing pants.
Yep. Okay, so you kind of go in and you're hearing snorting, and because there's some cattle in here. There's pretty massive ox,
Oh, cool.
and there's a bunch of donkeys and mules. There are a few horses. Roll a observation or animal handling, because
Ooh,
you can
your animal
actually
handling's
so you can
insane.
actually kind of read. And are you with Frederick?
Yeah.
I have 3 successes.
Okay. The ox, super healthy, and you're like, man, that would be really handy. The donkeys and mules look like some of them were. The donkeys, you see most of them are a 1 or 2 bell. You don't see any 3 bell, or even the mules. Most of them look like they've been in mine shafts. You're like, oh, they're still strong, but they're probably not good for that. And the horses look like they're little jumpy.
Okay. So Jade would go to approach the horses to kind of gauge and weigh out which ones would be the healthiest, and then just
Okay.
weigh out temperament.
Health wise, they're average. You do have 5 horses total. 2 of them have different brands on them, so they've one of them's got a whole bunch of scars on it. Okay, it's been whipped a whole bunch of times, and it's being sold. So you're like, and it doesn't come towards your hand. I don't want to mess with that one.
Yeah, that's
There's one that's okay. These aren't the best horses, because they came in with the cattle. So when I say the best, they're not the most well broken. I'll just say it that way.
Okay.
They're not a war horse, well trained, that
Yeah.
you can maybe work your way up training it, but it's going to take a lot of
Time.
Are they like thoroughbreds,
pretty much just quarter horses.
quarter horses? Okay.
Yeah. The whooped up one definitely looks like it's got a whole bunch of Mustang in
Yeah. Okay. Is there like somebody in the stable?
it. There's a whole bunch of.
Okay, so there's just other people shopping. Okay. So Jade would go to the one that was like the okayest
Mhm.
horse and see if she could reach out and pet it, and if it would like.
All right, so you're reaching out. You're like, you hear, "What are you doing?"
Jade would turn.
You turn and you see probably the shortest human being you've as an
Okay.
adult,
Okay.
and the crotchetiest, meanest looking little sucker. That's he's bald and super shiny right here, but hair is like going out like that,
Okay.
and it's like bright red. You know,
Okay.
it's bright red, but it's like definitely turning white, like at the tips somehow.
Okay.
What are you doing? Get my horse!
So Jade would just kind of casually put her hands down, and she would she'd say, "Well, I am looking to buy a horse, and I just wanted to see if the horse would let me touch it."
And when he's by, he's like, "All right then." He like leans up into like the bottom rung, and he's like wipes his hair and he's like flips back up. What are you thinking?
Well, I hadn't gotten to see how the horse would react, so I'm still on the edge regarding purchasing. Do you have any papers on these horses? Do you have any kind of documentation for them? Anything like that?
Does it look like I can read?
Well, I didn't know if maybe
Tulak's
you
gonna lean
had...
over to Frederick. I don't think he can. But he's gonna say it polite, like not trying to be a jerk. He's just like,
I don't know.
Jade with a big smile, like in a very like, he would have no concept this is like a slight jab. She would say, "You're probably right. You're right. Fair enough. How broke is this horse here?"
I won't kick you off too soon if you know how to ride.
Okay. How long has he been here?
This morning,
He got here this morning.
I brought him here this morning.
You do any test rides?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
We-
Fancy pants.
Well, yeah.
I
So
would-
do you do test rides or not?
He's like looking up at you.
My friend, I would really like to be able to test ride. I would like to be able to make sure this horse is a good fit before I purchase it today.
All right. So
I just imagine we're all standing a little too close, so he's like,
yeah, and he's like looking up at your noses,
Yeah.
like up your noses. He is like 4'8" tops.
so Tulak's like,
Yeah, and he's
So look, you're a giant.
yeah, but like other people are probably thinking that he was a child, just kind of
Yeah.
running around. Like, he's meaner than hell.
yeah, yeah, he has to be that size and break horses.
Yeah. Well, selling them.
yeah, he's selling them. He's definitely
And
not
so
breaking
he goes awkwardly over the bottom rung and just he's like makes some clicking noises and he grabs the mane like because the horse brings it down. He like jumps up. He's like hugging the horse's like neck. He's like, just getting it over places. So bringing it out to a there's a circle that
Okay.
you can test it out.
Like a
with.
little corral.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he's like, I'm not gonna loan you. Just ride it.
No saddle.
No
attack.
sack.
I'm gonna look at Jade like, am I supposed to? You wanna do it?
You want to test ride or me?
It's totally up to you, Frederick. I realize that, without a saddle, that may not be ideal for you, but I'm totally fine either way.
No, I get good.
Okay.
No, I've ridden bareback before. It's alright. Do what you gotta do in the military.
Yep. Just roll in animal handling.
Okay, sounds good. Boo! Sometimes noises add effects. Anyway, one success.
Uh-oh.
This is kind of entertaining. He gets on, like, the ride starts pretty good, and then the horse tries to buck him for a second, and he just kind of hunkers down and grabs the mane pretty good. But he stays on, and it looks like it just didn't, maybe, like, it might have gotten bit by something at that time. So it's broken, but not super experienced.
What color is it?
What color would you like it to be? If you're buying it.
Paint.
What was
The
that?
fastest horses are red.
Dapple.
Dapple. Yeah, that's Dapple.
Okay.
Paints are very important in Native American now.
Yep, paints are, but he's
is
from the Nort.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of horse.
So is the little guy running around outside with us? Or is he out
He's
there?
watching you
Okay.
like a dingo watches a human
Okay,
baby.
I figured as much. So Jade would turn to the gentleman and say, seeing as the horse isn't incredibly experienced, what are you asking for this horse? What are you wanting out of this?
What do you got?
I would like to hear what you are willing to take for it. As far as you're concerned, you don't know how much money I have. And Jade would say that in like a very like
Roll an
don't play.
intimidation.
Yeah, okay. Jade doesn't get to do this very often.
So glad Jade's my friend.
3 successes.
Okay.
Golly!
He's like, $20.
I'm gonna lean over and go, get this out.
I'll pay $20 for him. Does he come with any equipment? Did he have anything that was brought in?
His reins. Are you wanting tack? Go that way.
Okay. So Jade.
I'm gonna look at Jade like, is this a good purchase? And I go, should I pay now or do we get the saddle first?
I just
Sure.
imagine. He's like,
His eyes are like going everywhere, and the one does kind of turn in a little bit.
Nice.
you can pay the man, and we'll go look at tack.
And he like grabs it like super fast, and like his jaggedy nails kind of like scratch you a little bit.
Yeah, like he.
And he's just like double counting it. What?
Do you want me to count it for you, sir?
I know myself. And just
Well, he knows how to count. Clearly.
he actually just
can't
kind of he
read.
sets it down and fans it out like the numbers of his fingers. four times. All right.
That's funny.
So you have a horse.
Nice.
Reins.
Yep.
And
with
reins. So now I need everything else.
So is the tack also in the stable?
Leather.
Or is it, okay,
The leather-
perfect.
Yeah.
Is that where the
So we're
saddle
going
is too?
to we're
Okay.
going to a separate shop.
Cool.
Because that man,
Should we
Jade
lead the
and
horse
that
by the
man
reins?
were not vibing.
But he doesn't vibe with anybody.
No.
Well,
But Jade was willing to be nice for a little bit, and then that snapped real quick.
I'm gonna walk up to the horse then before we leave, and I'm gonna pet its face and lean in, and I gotta think of a name.
Kicks you.
Roll an animal handling.
Oh, great!
If you want to walk up, you want to add a roll one.
That's true. My animal handling
Almost
is
now.
terrible,
And you're getting.
but
a
I managed to
horse.
get 2 successes.
All right, cool. It started to go back, and you had a feeling like it was going to headbutt you.
Yeah.
But then once you touched it, it kind of calmed down. You were just like, oh man, my nose
What did I just get into?
almost got busted. So,
Okay, I'm just gonna rub its
That's a good
nose.
sign.
Well,
Now what?
grab the reins and let's walk over to.
And the reins are like, they're not rope, they are leather.
Okay.
So that whoever owned this prior,
Mm-hmm.
you're guessing that this may or may not have, the previous owner may or may not be alive. So
Oh,
Kind of the vibe that Jada was
Yeah.
getting.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So I'm gonna look at Jade. I'm gonna wrap my arms in the reins and like this.
So Jade would reach
Oh,
over
gosh.
and she would like, show him, like, you want a little bit of slack. You don't want the horse to feel like you're
Yeah.
yanking on him. So you should only have to use one hand. You shouldn't ever have to wrap. The horse will naturally follow.
And if they don't, they won't want to.
Yeah, you'll
It's
know
like
if
old
the
hands of
horse
the lady.
doesn't want to go, but just
You don't know nothing about that.
What do you?
Just
What
think-
Frederick say?
Shoot, I was
It's like
forget
a-
that.
hold hands with the lady.
Oh yeah, nope, not a clue.
So Jade would kind of demonstrate. Jade would walk the horse around
Okay.
a couple times. Just so
I get the hang of it pretty quick, I
Yeah.
think. So
All right. So you'd probably just pretty much bring it to the hotel
yeah,
for the stable there. So,
yep. And
then-
then at the leather shop. Whole time I'd be like spitballing
Beaming.
names. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like schoolboy
Beaming.
grin. Like I just bought my first horse. I'm a cowboy. Like
oh my gosh.
like
Hey guys, look at my Beyblade.
yeah.
Gets it confiscated.
Nobody else knows or understood. Well, maybe Frederick saw that, but
Anyways.
so anyway.
Well, it is fun.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Great. Okay, so
we go into the leather shop.
what's the name of a famous dapper horse, Jade? As we like walk it in.
You're kind of tapping and he's putting brads and stuff in.
So Jade would go. Do they have saddles? I'm assuming there's a couple saddles probably
Yep.
on display in the shop. So Jade would kind of venture over to that side to look at the saddles.
And you can get a saddle for about $10. It's not a great saddle, but it'll work.
Something's better than nothing, yeah.
Yeah, because just so you know, a good horse about $200.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get anything good, so.
A good saddle, well, around the same amount.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I buy the saddle if you think it's good, Jade.
It'll do.
Okay. I have $8 left. Is there anything else I need for this horse?
No. This will get. Let's get you started on this,
Yeah.
and then if you need anything else, we can come.
Does the saddle
Jade-
come with saddlebags for my stuff? Well, which one I like, and I'll share with Frederick.
Oh, did
If you need a loan, visit Uncle Cedric. Might give you a couple dollars.
oh gosh.
Nah. Well, I don't know. How much is saddlebags? Travel's pretty light, so.
Just a few bucks.
Well, might as well. Better to have more than I need.
Okay. Just like subtract 5 so you can actually get better ones.
Okay.
Cool. You have
Sweet.
a horse, you have tack,
Nice.
and saddlebags.
Perfect. Okay, Tulok's as happy as can be.
So Jade would make you carry your heavy saddle, even with your injuries, over to your
Oh yeah,
horse.
that'd suck.
Yeah,
real bad,
It's
yeah.
it's heavy. Jade
Good
would
thing
probably
Tulok's kind of
Jade
sturdy,
would
but
probably do the throwing over just for the sake of
No,
you
Tulok.
not having.
Tulok would volunteer.
Oh, you'd open it up.
Oh, would I?
Yeah.
You
All right,
open
never
up
mind,
your-
never mind.
So Jade would do the lifting, and
Teach me how to.
yeah, she would start to teach. And her teaching is more like she's getting onto you, and then she's like you don't want to do this, and then so she kind of just is like.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand how to teach, so it's more like she's just scolding you the whole time.
Nice.
Perfect.
But it's a very good explanation.
Okay.
But
Well,
you
good.
do feel like you're getting in trouble the whole time.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
Wow. So you've got a horse. You guys tripped out on peyote. It took almost an hour.
Rough night.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think
Don't
of.
do drugs.
About that time, we're probably ready for dinner.
Yeah, so this is like day 2 of pretty much going to be a month to 2 months of downtime for you to actually kind of heal.
Learn how to ride.
Yeah. But if I could have you roll me 2d20.
Okay.
2 20 and then add the number together and let me know what it is.
I hope we're going for something high because it's 24.
Okay. If you could roll me 2d20.
It's a little.
20.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Cedric, could you roll me 2d20?
Yep. You need the total number?
Correct.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go now.
20.
Okay.
14 and a 6.
Frederick, 2d20 please.
29.
Ooh, 29.
Man, yours is higher than mine, even.
I know, it's almost 30.
Wow.
Really?
Frederick is so smart.
Yeah, I'm good at counting.
Cool. Alright, so. Did not accomplish all that much. Alright, cool.
What were those rolls for? Can you tell us?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, what's. I'm going to be having like a carousing phase, so there's actually all these lists of possibilities that happens to each of your characters in this month, 2-month period. So
Cool.
these are things that could possibly pop up. So, yeah, so I guess we just get to figure out our next session. Hopefully everyone had fun. Cedric definitely had fun watching people tripping.
We really squeezed a lot into our first rest day.
Yes, we
First
did.
couple.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Tulak would arrange for riding lessons periodically with you over the next couple of months. So I don't know
That
if
would
we need
not
to
be
roleplay this.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while healing, it'd be tough, but
Yeah.
so it's how to learn. So
Is Jade teaching you? Because,
yeah,
Okay, but what we can do is remember, you guys just got more experience. Are there things that you're wanting to add to your character?
animal
There was
handling.
something with Kent that I think we had discussed, but I didn't have enough experience for.
Was that under animal handling, or was that?
I cannot recall because I did not jot it down, or if I did, I don't have it with me.
Okay. Was there anything you wanted to do, Cedric or Frederick, for using your experience? Because during the carousing or the downtime phase, that's when you spend it.
I would have to look into it a little bit.
Okay. Here's
yeah,
here's
probably purchase some training.
I definitely do.
You're
an
saying
animal
like
handling.
skills wise, or could I just like look for like try to make something?
You can do skills, a focus, or talents.
Okay.
So, like for instance, if you wanted to spend 200 of that experience, you could gain a single skill in a area you don't have anything in,
Oh, okay.
or you could get a focus. So,
Did I get a handling job? I think that'd be good, or that'd be too premature.
I think it would be good for you to have some kind of animal handling skill.
Could I get the born in the saddle?
yeah, that would be 200 experience.
Sweet. Yeah.
Or do you actually want to add to your animal handling skill.
Which do you recommend? My training is 7. I don't have any skill or focus in it.
That's up to you. I just wanted to make sure, because if you, after creation, you've got to choose either skill or the focus that you're buying into.
I would use the skill. I would do the focus.
This is okay.
To actually just have a single point in it, it would take 200 experience. It's the same as buying your first talent.
And that goes in the training, or that goes in the skill?
That goes to the skill, and then your target number will
Uh-huh.
go up in that specific one now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I would spend 400 for a total of 2 of those in animal handling.
No. It's
Oh, you can only do 200 at a time?
200 experience is 1 point,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you wanted to raise it to 2 points, that would be 400.
Yes. Oh, so it'd be a total of 600.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just do 1 then.
Actually, I believe that's the way it's that just makes more sense, because otherwise you'd be learning things all the time really
Yeah.
quick. So
Okay. Awesome.
What I wanted is not here, so I'll have to do a little bit more.
what were you
research.
thinking?
I can't remember what it was with Kent. That
Like
we were
what does it
on.
like? What would it do? Do you remember it all?
I can't. I'm
Okay.
wondering if we were spitballing.
Okay. Are there skills or anything that you're wanting to add to Cedric?
Well, I'm looking. You said 300 XP, right, for the mission.
Yep.
And then how much bonus did you give me? Only 50?
Yes, you have 350 and then whatever else experience you had left over from last time.
Okay, I think I'm at 375. Oh, no, wait. I might have enough, actually. Yeah, it says I have 125 XP from last time.
Cool.
So I will add, what was it I was looking into? I want to add one. Well, how does this work, right? I want to study into that head that I just recently got.
Okay.
So if I add it into my linguistics, would that help? Because it has the wrapping.
It would help. You're pretty much studying into figuring out different languages. So linguistics. What is your linguistics at?
Skill or
Skill.
target number? 1.
1, so it would
So I
be
can get an upgrade for that.
it would be 400. Do you have a focus in it?
No.
No focus. If you have a focus in it, that's for every focus, that's 25% deduction of experience needed.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you get your skill up, it'd be 400 experience needed to go to skill number of 2. So then your target number would go up a single number.
Oh, so if I have a focus of 2, you said 25, so it would be a 50% less?
Yes, and a focus. Yeah. Well, no, not percent. Sorry, 25 points less.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, do I want to do that though?
Or do you want to get better at shotguns or something like that?
I might have to. What would help with my being able to use my arm? Would you say?
That's contraptions or alchemy.
Oh, my alchemy's pretty good.
What about you, Frederick? Are there things that you're thinking about?
Yeah, there's a couple of skills that I'd like training with, but I'm just right now I'm looking to see if there's any talents that I
Okay.
want.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the
Instead.
talents in between.
Yeah,
now.
I'm working on writing talents for grit, so it's going to be a while. If
Okay.
you've noticed.
Yeah, there's a lot.
because I'm going to do specific talents for pistols, shotguns, rifles. So it's traditional.
Is there any talents that I could use that I don't already have? Because I know I have like Master of Formula, Dabbler, both types of Master of Formula, Bind Wounds. Ooh, is there an upgrade into healing besides like greater than Bind Wounds?
I'd have to look at the book. So
Okay.
If I have a focus in something, does that mean I'm at the starting point of it? Like, I have a focus in parry, so does that mean I have the first on the little
Reflection.
talent?
there's a prerequisite. You have to at least have a skill in it. Usually, it should say a prerequisite. If it says
Yeah, it just says parry expertise 1, which
Yep,
I
a
have.
skill. Yep.
Okay, yeah, so, okay.
So you could actually do parry, and that's being able to parry
Right,
attacks.
because I have parry, I technically have parry 1 then the prerequisite, so I could go to, like, deflection.
Well, you'd actually do you have the parry talent though? You have to have the
Okay,
yeah.
no I don't, but so now I see.
So you'd have to get the first talent,
talents. Okay.
yep, and then work your way.
Just that one.
Yep.
Deflection. Okay.
So let me see about bind wounds because he was asking. Okay. So, bind wounds. You've got. Let me take some pictures here and send them to you, Caleb.
Cool.
Here's the talent tree. And anybody that's watching, I know this is so exciting. So after bind wounds, you have a little to ease the pain. This will hurt. And then also avoid danger. So those are the next ones you could actually go to. I gotta figure this out for Jeremiah too.
Yeah, so he can level up.
Well, that's what I like about this. It's not necessarily leveling. You're actually kind of building yourself in a certain area.
I feel like Jade is so strong in so many areas that it's
Yeah.
almost like hard for me to decide because I'm like, I could be like freaking monster more than I
Yeah.
already am in like my weapons and my animal handling. Because I technically almost have the animal handling chain finished. I just have one more.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that would be just 600 experience to get that.
yeah. So
Fergie,
Four.
how much would each skill cost?
Each skill, if you're
Or skill, talent.
talent, to get a little to ease the pain, or this will hurt, or avoid danger, that's 400. Wait, no. That would be 200 for the next one, and then it goes to 400. So to get your first talent, that's 200. To get the next one down, that's a 200, and then it goes to
Okay.
400.
Oh, so I have 400. I could get apothecary.
You have to get the talent that's above it though first.
Yeah, which is this will hurt, I think, right? No, a little to ease the pain, I mean.
Yeah. So if you actually,
Oh, are you saying this will, or a little to ease the pain is 200,
Yep.
and then apothecary is 400?
yes. So it'd be 600 total.
Okay. Oh, what is Anatomus?
This part to me is really funny because we get to explain how you guys are learning this in the downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so everybody gets to see, like, behind the...
Yeah. This is fun. Did anything stand out to you, Frederick? Are you still looking?
Yeah, I think, excuse me, I think I'm going to use 200 to give myself, like, training in parry, and then...
Oh, you don't have any
if
parry?
there's any talent with it.
Wait, you don't have any skill in parry at all?
I thought he did.
Nope.
Oh,
As
boy.
a cavalry?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did, but then we readjusted.
Okay. Oh, because you can choose with the cavalry parry or something. Yeah, so you can 200, so you'd actually have a skill in parry, and then you're wanting to go with the talent tree as well, because I'm guessing you saved some experience.
I do. That would give me 200 more. But so when you like buy a skill point for it, it raises the target number, correct?
Yes, by 1.
Okay.
Whereas focus does not. So if you wanted to buy the first talent of in parry, that's deflection, like you were saying, Courtney. So that would be 200 to get deflection if you're wanting that.
Okay.
Okay. Froggy, I'm gonna get a little to ease the pain and then save my last 200 or 225 because I want to save up for more skills or talents.
Okay. Do you actually have a focus in healing? In medicine?
Yeah, I actually have 2. So
that would be
No.
50 less.
150. Okay, cool. So
What does deflection do? I know I had it. Actually, yeah, I'll just look because I used to have it.
Yeah, you know the importance of keeping your weapons up and ready to defend. When making a defend reaction using a parry skill, you can reduce the number of points added to Doom by 1. The minimum of 0 that stacks with the weapon's parrying quality. So, in essence, it gives you a free parry, so you don't have to pay the Doom to parry.
What if my weapon already has that as its stat?
It stacks, so if you're getting attacked by like 5 guys, you can parry without spending Doom.
Yeah, I will take that then. I'll use that skill. Talent.
Because then you could go to Repose and then Reflective Block, which is pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Well, ranged attack, I will definitely not give that. You're not going to be able to deflect bullets.
No, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. But like a spear coming in, or a rock.
I just think Jade would be so scary having that finished out because she's already got the shooting and the range down, but in close quarters that would make her terrifying.
Yeah.
Even more so.
Yeah, I've got to work on talents specific to different abilities that I've given you guys.
I really need to start keeping like a kill count for Jade because I'm like really curious. Like I need to go back and watch all of our streams, and there's a couple that I don't think we have because there was the one without audio.
There's just one.
There's just one. Okay, so I should be able to get.
Because that one you didn't actually kill anybody.
That's right. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
the
can
one.
go through and get it.
The bandit one, you got a lot.
Yeah.
And the ghouls, like, yeah.
So yeah, I guess Frederick will be hiring someone to sword fight with him.
You're probably going to be doing that with Thaddeus.
Hey.
Sword fight with Thaddeus?
Hey,
I've totally forgot about Frederick's eye. Nobody's asked him about his eye lately.
No, wait.
Oh, it's still blind.
Yeah. That's why Jade was like, well, if you don't want to get on the horse, that's okay.
What was that, Cedric?
Actually, hold on real quick.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, never mind. I did my math wrong,
Oh, okay.
but it's good.
All right then.
2 seconds.
So we've got everyone that you got to spend your experience, and I'll work on Jeremiah. But if everyone could actually take pictures of your character sheets and send them to me, I'm going to be doing a test run of our last adventure with some people too, and seeing how they like it. I just really need your
This stuff.
your stats and then what your weapons are. So just so I have them, so I can
Belongings, yeah.
your at least your original belongings, because I'm gonna make it simplified. They're not everyone's gonna have a Sharps rifle. I'm not gonna do that.
Or Duncan's pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duncan's pistols. No.
Those are still like my favorite.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
They were his
terrifying.
favorite too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They were. I'm really sad that he died. So.
Oh, he died a horrible
Yes,
death.
he did. Yes, he did.
But-
And
Just remember, his spirit is always with you.
yep, that's right.
And he can't cross over.
That is also right. Yeah, Jade wears his scarf.
Yep.
So,
Just in case we ever need to summon him again.
yep.
Did you guys have fun
Sorry.
tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of good conversation with friends.
Yeah.
We
Covered a lot of ground in 2 days.
yep. Let's see the
Good choice.
talents here.
Before next game, I'll have to look at what talents there are and what I want to do.
Oh, you haven't chosen yet?
Nope. I've got 450 experience left, so I gotta spend wisely.
450.
Yeah, he didn't spend any.
No, I spent 200.
No, I mean last time. He
Oh, yeah, I didn't spend any last time.
Last time, because there was nothing he wanted.
There was no, you did spend last time.
The only thing I got that was the
He didn't spend
dismember.
a lot. Yeah.
Yep, that's what that was only,
Yeah.
that wasn't that much.
Nope. Yeah, no, I like to buy those kind of things slow. Because there's no trade backs.
Just sit down and probably redo this sheet because I've gotten just so many changes.
Yeah.
And I write everything on top.
Well, viewers, we hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Yeah, because we all
I
had
did.
fun.
And we'll have fun when we rewatch it later.
Well, hopefully.
It's live right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we can go back and watch it.
Yeah. Well, for everyone watching, have a good night.